Hello, Scorpio Rising here. Today we're playing M.A.S.S Builders. It's a early access mecha building game similar to Gunpla building. The main gameplay loop is a hack and slash game where you fight monsters and they will drop experience, parts, and random items that will unlock more parts for you to build in your mech. I've put a bit of time into it. I haven't done much building, though. Last time, I was just collecting parts. As you can see, this is the primary building setup. You have lots and lots of individual parts to go through. I do not have all of the armor pieces, unfortunately, so I'm not going to be building stuff right away. What I do have, though, is a big hammer. So when you start this game, it's just, you have a few pieces, you go into the mission. The missions so far seems to revolve around a story where these monsters have attacked Earth and they leave traces of toxic particles everywhere. When you are attacking them, you're actually not piloting the mech because it's too dangerous to get close to these particles. So you're actually in a remote station piloting your what is called a M.A.S.S frame remotely through some kind of like virtual cockpit. So far in the story, we have been introduced to these monsters. Two main organizations, the WDF, which seems to be the main government facility for hiring subcontractors with their own mechs, and a company called Warp, which seems to be essentially a mailing system who will often subcontract you to protect their transports. The main antagonists beyond the creatures within the game have so far been a rogue M.A.S.S frame company that seems to somehow control the creatures to create havoc while they are capturing or stealing resources. I've only just gotten to this part of the story though, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with that rogue company, whether they are truly humans controlling the robots, or if possibly it is the creatures controlling them somehow, like, say, Pacific Rim 2, when the new mechs that show up are actually creatures themselves. I will be playing some of the story today to actually figure out what is going on with that. Fun enough to play through, but the gameplay itself is... it can feel repetitive at times, but not in a bad way. It's really a gameplay loop just to level up your mech so you can get more parts to build more mech, and so on and so forth. I'm just gonna hop out on the next story mission I have. Oh no, a triangle. So I think this game does that I quite enjoy about the mission systems is it understands that it's a hack and slash game. Your missions are timed. So even if you've completed a mission, you can challenge yourself to complete the mission faster, which is a thing, like, games do well when they understand they don't have the most, I wouldn't say engaging, but they understand that their content loop is limited, so the point of continuing the content loop is to better your own times and scores. It's like an old arcade game in that sense. Sure, it's the same thing over and over, but the point of it being the same thing over and over is to get better at it. Also, I said I was going to be careful and save up my shield and energy, and then I wasn't paying attention. Ruh-roh. That's a big dog. Big boy. Okay, I am already low on shield. Oh no. Oh no, why did you get another phase? Look at how low his health is, and he got his ultimate move at the last second. The bastard. If I had done even the tiniest amount more damage, that fight would have been over before this extra phase. There we go. Cool. So if I was to give a review of this game, I still really enjoy it. It's worth the $20 to $30 depending on your currency just for the mech building and the monster fighting, even if the monster fighting can be a bit repetitive. The game shines the most when you're fighting big monsters and you can maneuver and rely on the patterns of those monsters and anticipate the attacks. The biggest negative to this game, honestly, is the mech v mech combat with the AI mechs. The time that you're introduced to them ends up feeling like the worst mission that you've done so far. They're stronger than any enemy that you fought, and the lock-on mechanic just fails with how fast they are. Now, it might be beneficial to level up your mech before that mission, but it fights what the game feels like just to try and fight them. They're fast, they don't telegraph their move sets. The lock-on mechanic can't keep up with enemies like that, and it paints a bad picture for what PvP play might be in the future. This game probably will do fantastic with cooperative play, and what they might do with large battles against bosses or raid type bosses in the future with cooperative play has me excited, and I will keep playing just to finish out the missions and collect the armor pieces so I can build armors and interesting looking frames. But the mission with the AI mechs made me almost want to stop playing this game. That's how brutal it is. Yeah, this game shines when it's against the monsters, not so much when it's against the mechs. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye. Oof.